Odds are if you've lived in Albuquerque for a long time, you probably bought a ticket at this box office and experienced one of the many productions that the Kimo Theater puts on every year. But what you probably haven't experienced are the paranormal events only few can say they have seen here. In the daylight, Albuquerque's downtown Kimo Theater doesn't look so scary. But some say this 80-year-old piece of New Mexico history is haunted.
I get a real sense of uneasiness or a cold chill going through a particular part of the building.
Dennis Potter knows. He has worked here for 22 years, and the Kimo, like anything or anyone in show business, has seen both comedy and tragedy. 1951 headlines in the August 3rd Albuquerque Journal tell the story of a 6-year-old boy killed at the Kimo when a water heater exploded during a movie showing. His name was Bobby Darnell, and employees think after his death, he never left.
Everyone just sort of assumes that the spirit that we have here in the building is probably Bobby.
Performers are so superstitious, Bobby will pull practical jokes during their shows. They leave presents for him at this shrine near the dressing rooms. It's said that a couple of years ago, one cast forgot, and their show was mysteriously ruined.
Things were falling out of the ceiling. Light bulbs on the stage lights were exploding. People were tripping and falling on the stage. Windows and doors on the set were basically opening and closing by themselves.
The mystery of Bobby is so well known, New Mexico paranormal investigators couldn't resist. They visited the theater to research the phenomenon.
From what we understand, Bobby has been quite active. So he's a 6-year-old boy. So that's what we're here to find out.
Armed with both new and old devices to detect electromagnetic energy, which some believe can reveal a spirit's presence, investigators checked out rooms where Bobby has been spotted, like this room on the Kimo's 3rd floor. On this night, we joined the investigators to see what they found.
Yeah.
There's something moving around in here.
Their device scales activity from 1 to 10.
It's crazy. This is crazy.
Now it's down to 7.
This is nuts right here.
A reading of 7 is rare.
It's just going off. What? Diana, this is crazy.
They also photograph the events and later look to see if any orbs appear. They believe orbs are circles of light that show a ghost's presence.
We very well may have ourselves an orb there. We got a little partner up here, looks like.
And in the same room, they find several. Soon the group is back downstairs.
Hi, Bobby.
With the Southwest Opera singing in the background, the group nears a boiler room. As the opera singers crescendo, the crew gets a hit.
That was a spike up to 7.
After they compare pictures from an investigation a few weeks before to tonight's snapshots, they find an orb in exactly the same spot in both pictures.
She got an orb again.
The same place.
In the same place.
Well, not
very
same place,
interesting to us.
So do you think that's Bobby?
Possibly. It's a possibility.
Investigators say Bobby is not the only spirit. There is also a woman who they still know little about.
She's been seen in the lobby, but she's more of what we consider a residual type haunting. She's seen doing the same thing over and over again.
And for now, they can't determine if the presence is in fact Bobby.
It's hard to say, yes, it's Bobby haunting here and it's just somebody else haunting there. What we want to look at is the patterns and see the similarities.
To deem the Kimo haunted, they need to continue to investigate and gather patterns. But longtime employees say they know enough to respect whoever it is and continue to keep Bobby's shrine well fed. Potter believes the spirit is not an evil one.
It's not really malicious or malevolent. It's just sort of playful and kind of silly in a way sometimes.
Annie McCormick, KRQE News 13.